Good afternoon and welcome to a very soggy Clarence Park. It's 90 minutes live in association with Easy Shelf Direct. Our 38th and final commentary of this particular season brings us to the Norman Appleby Trophy final between our local club Westmill and Everett Rovers, who come from the Watford area. Plenty at stake for both sides. It could be their first silverware in senior football. Everett Rovers from the Premier League, but Westmill going great guns in Division 1. 12 matches unbeaten. Their last defeat, you have to look back to the 16th of December. 37 commentaries in. It's been a real pleasure, but I've got to say, as I introduce our match summariser, Simon Alamandy, this will be the first one we'll be standing up to get a view.
It will be, yeah. Our view here isn't great, is it? But, hey ho, it is what it is, and at least we've got a roof over our heads, because this weather, I mean, compared to, you think what we had on Wednesday night, and, this afternoon here, I mean, the floodlights are on already, and I think that goes to show what a dismal day it is.
Well, it's a dismal day, but let's hope the football will cheer us up. Westmill is staying fourth in Division 1, but they've got a real chance of promotion in only their second season in the Hearts Senior County League. We'll come on to that, but also featuring this afternoon two of the league's top scorers. The Premier Division second top scorer is Nicholas Curley of Everett Rovers, 34 this year, and Louis Debenham, who scored 97 Westmill goals in 6 seasons and has 19 this season. Let's take you through the teams then. Westmill with Owen Swallows in goal, Tom Burns, Ollie Totley, Matt Moore, Alfie Arnold, Carl Bildsmore, Charlie Rome, Aidan Gaffney, Louis Debenham, Josh Holmes and Callum Brown. And Everett Rovers, Zach Green, Dean Brinton, Charlie McNally, Sheriff Ibrahim, Berra Kukua, George McClusty, Nicholas Curley, Ebden Medzini, Lucas Roberts, Jay Pusey and Harry Bennett. We're just about to get underway with the referee Marco Bonico, his assistants Ben Twitchings and Daniel Hawkins, and the fourth official is in front of us, getting soaked in Dave Chapman. So away we go, with Westmill kicking from right to left in their red shirts, black sleeves and black shorts. Everett Rovers in yellow and black stripes with black shorts, and immediately pushing the ball forward on that far side. I think a linesman's flag would have gone up, but Westmill sorted out at the back. For those of you that know Clarence Park, well, last time I was here was probably 1994, I think. And the one thing that has changed is there's no longer a tree behind the goal away to the left-hand side, but the small stand that I'm in was still standing then, although there was a large cardboard cutout of Roy Race, because they were sponsored at the time by Roy of the Rovers. Free kick for Everett into the Westmill box was dealt with, and the ball will come away. Long ball forward, looking for Louis Debenham, and on this side, putting some pressure on Dean Brinton was Charlie Rome. But in the end, the ball is pushed forward and will go out on this near side. Referee just having a little bit of a word with Charlie Rome. He's one of the players out there who's had a little bit of pedigree higher up the leagues. He was on the books of Welling Garden City once, although he didn't get a game for the Citizens. It's going to be a free kick to Everett Rovers, which will be taken by George McCluskey, who wears 6 with the bright orange boots. One of the central defenders plays the ball to the edge of the area, well dealt with, chested down in midfield by Josh Holmes. But got themselves in trouble a little bit, Westmill there, and on this near side of the field, the ball is fired in for the first shot from Nick Curley, but well fielded by Owen Swallows. But it's going to be difficult, isn't it, Simon, just in these conditions?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. I mean, it's not what they would have expected at all, is it? But, hey, it's one of those things, both teams have got to, play in these conditions and, accustomise themselves to it.
Everett coming forward, the shot fired in from that far side. It wasn't too far at all. Owen Swallows looked confident, but I wasn't. I was going to end up in the back of the net. Taken on that far side by a player who's number 2. One thing I've noticed, 38th commentary of the season. We've got a team here with white numbers. What's going on?
What do you know?
We'll try and identify as well as we can with the white numbers. I think the shot came in from the skipper, actually, Mejzini, on that far side of the field. It's Westmill forced to do some defending in these early times. Louis Debenham, nice touch, just looking for Charlie Rowe. Tackle came in, but it was an unfair one from Dean Brinton. And Westmill will have a free kick, which will be taken on this near side of the field. Ollie Tokley, the 3, is going to leave it to Charlie Rowe. 2 central defenders coming up. And Alfie Arnold and Carl Beardsworth. Alfie Arnold, of course, was unlucky. He missed their last 2 cup finals with injury. Maybe third time lucky for the skipper, who wears number 24. Free kicks can be taken by Charlie Rowe then from this left-hand side. It's a low one, should easily be dealt with, but isn't particularly. And Westmill will get the ball back, and Charlie Rowe's got a chance to put it across here from the left-hand side. Brinson is the defender, does get it across, but in the end, Everett managed to get it clear on this near side. Matt Moore, though, does a good job and finds Ollie Tokley. Puts it into Josh Holmes, whose ball forward is blocked, but it'll find its way to Charlie Rowe down this left-hand side. He's having a run against Brinson. Goes down under challenge from the fullback, but ball goes out of play. Charlie thinks it's a free kick. The referee doesn't. I think the referee was just about right there.
Yeah. I don't think that was a free kick at all, really. I think it's one of them hopeful appeals, isn't it?
Well, Westmill's record this season, 21 games they've played in the league. They've only lost 6 of them. I'll say they're on that 12-match unbeaten run. Anfield United were the last team to lower their colours, and that came back on the 16th of December. They've got 3 really important league matches to come in the next 10 days as well, which will decide whether they get promoted. And for the second year running, of course, they started in Division 2 of the Hart Senior County League, got promoted last season to Division 1, looking to repeat the act again. But would also like to add that cup, which is just a few rows in front of me as well. Ball on this near side, looking for Charlie Rowe, who's going to get there in front of Brinton. And Charlie Rowe already establishing himself as a danger. He's pulled back by Brinton. Referee lets it go, puts it across the box. Bit of juggling by the goalkeeper, Zach Green. But in the end, he will come away with the ball. I think Dean Brinton's going to get a yellow card from our referee, Mr. Panico, here.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. He's turned around, and I can see Mr. Panico. He's just awarded him a yellow card. I think he's pulled it back as well for a free kick.
Well, he has. That was why the goalkeeper was protesting. But, nothing came of it from a Westmill point of view. So, referee in his rights to pull things back. And it's going to be another free kick, which Charlie Rowe will take on this left-hand side here. Actually, the referee's changed his mind now. He's going to... I don't know what he's doing. He's giving it back to Everett Rovers. Oh, that's interesting. Well, he put at the player, didn't award a foul, and he's now giving it back to the goalkeeper, Zach Green. No idea, I think, is my conclusion on that one. Absolutely no idea what that was all about. Anyway, we've restarted. Long ball forward, headed on, looking for Mejzini on that far side, but sorted out by Owen Swallows, and Westmill will come forward. Matt Moore plays it out on that far side. Holmes will get it back. Nice touch again from Louis Debenham. Here's Josh Holmes looking to set in Charlie Rowe on this near side, but he overcooked it. And the goalkeeper Green will come out and collect. And been the happiest time for Everett Rovers. Their first season in the Hart Senior County League Premier Division. 13th. They won 9 of their 33 league games. Got a goal difference of -18, which hasn't been helped, it's got to be said, by a couple of thumpings. 7-0 by Hatfield Town and 9-2 by eventual champions Bellstone. But finding their way at this level is Brinton. Plays it to... his left-hand side for George McCluskey. McCluskey plays it down on that far side. There is a bit of a slope here at Clarence Park. Not an underhill of a slope, but there is a left to right one, and it is Everett Rovers, who are playing down the slope in this first half. And, conditions, Simon, I think the rain's relented a little bit, but you can see that they were sweeping the rain out from the dugouts, and there's a real pool of water appearing just the other side of the byline, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I mean, it's thankfully it doesn't look to be any pools of water on the pitch. So hopefully, as you say, this rain has relented, and we won't get too much more of it, and it won't affect the surface too much.
Mazzini for Everett puts the ball across. Wasn't a bad cross in the end, but Zolly Tokley and Carl Beardsmore who let it go, and goes behind for a goal kick. Decent crowd looking to my left and looking to my right, which is good to see people supporting grassroots football.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, plenty of people here, and I'm sure people listening can can hear the cheers of the crowd. A few people behind the stand to our right that Everett are attacking. So it's good for for this level of football, a really good turnout.
Well, I did say last time we did our Senior County League Cup final, it was Standard and Puckeridge who beat Evergreen 3-2, which didn't tell the story of a match where Standard and Puckeridge were 2 down with 10 minutes to go, ended up with 9 men and won 3-2 in extra time, which was still, I think, remains the most dramatic cup final I've ever seen in my life. As Mazzini brings the ball forward and just trying to make their way down that left-hand side as Swallows comes out and dives at the feet of Harry Bennett, who's a decent record in this competition. Harry Bennett scored a hat-trick when they beat Hatfield Town in the quarter-final, which is no mean feat, of course, with the season that Hatfield Town have been having. But Westmill have been picking off Premier Division sides in this competition. They've beaten quite a few as Swallows comes out again, dives, and the referee's given a penalty. Wow. Owen Swallows thought he got the ball, and referee Mr. Benico didn't. It was the run through from Harry Bennett who we were mentioning, and would like to see that one again, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I might try and have a look at it at half time, but I really don't know about that. I thought he'd managed to grab the ball, and he's managed to pick himself a yellow card up in the process as well.
Well, tough for a goalkeeper in these conditions, and surely you have to allow a little bit of leeway. And Chris Meadows, the Westmill manager who's in front of us, is not happy at all. But it's going to be a penalty kick and a chance for Nicholas Curley to score his 35th goal of the season there. Can Owen Swallows, who got a yellow card in the midst of that, make amends and stop Everett Rovers going in front on the 10th minute? Well, the referee making sure players are outside the area. Be a lot of fans thinking, where was VAR there, I think. But don't even get it at step 4 that we do every week. You're not going to get it down here, unfortunately. Would have been good to see if you did. Here he comes, and the penalty's buried in the bottom right-hand corner by Nick Curley for his 35th of the season. And Westmill, after 11 minutes, find themselves a goal behind.
No, I think that's harsh as well. I mean, obviously, we need to have a look back at the penalty. But I think for now that's the way it's gone, and they've got to pick themselves up and find a way back into this game. There's plenty of time to go, so there's no need to panic for the Westmill boys.
Well, I've got to say, you don't find too many 0-0 draws at this level, so not unusual for the score. Having said that, up until today, Westmill had kept 8 clean sheets, which is a really good record at this level of football. But I haven't kept one this afternoon because it's Everett Rovers that lead here with 11 minutes gone by a 1-0. Nick Curley's penalty is what has put them in front. Here's Louis Debenham looking to add to his account. Brings in Charlie Rome on the left-hand side. Could be an immediate bounce back here by Westmill, but it's finally cleared on this near side by Dean Brinton. Ollie Tokley will come up and take the throw in down by the corner flag. It's just strange ground here. You've got a kind of bit of fence which sticks out there as well as Tokley's ball goes behind for a goal kick. It's not bad enough having to deal with the posts in the stand, the dugouts. You've also got this strange little bit which sticks out and obscures the corner flag.
I know. As you said before, I mean, sometimes the higher up the levels you go, obviously, this is a higher level pitch or higher level ground, but there's no fault for the people in the press boxes there.
Well, Mix 96 is the local radio station around here. I know they cover St Albans City games. Good luck, boys. This stadium is definitely not built for a radio commentator. On the halfway line, far side, Everett Rovers have a throw in, which the left fullback Charlie McNally will take. It's dealt with by Westmill, headed towards the halfway line. Louis Debenham goes down in a heap, but nothing given. Ball bounces off our Holmes, and here's Curley who fancies it again, but that's decent defending in the end by the number 10 Josh Holmes, and he manages to win himself and Westmill a free kick, which will be midway inside their own half as the rain continues to pelt down. But hey, it's Bank Holiday Monday, isn't it? Did we expect anything else? No, not really. So it's going to be a free kick to Westmill. Well, if anybody lives in Watford, you don't know where Westmill is. It's just down the road from Buntingford. Lovely little village and a really pretty ground as well. One of the nicest grounds you could go and watch your football. As Owen Swallows, long kick forward, goes over the top of Callum Brown and will break on this near side of the field to Nick Curley. He's going to fall. Well, he's going to be a thorn in Westmill's side with 35 goals this season, and he wins a free kick off of Ollie Tokley, the left fullback. That will be taken in front of us. Our commentary position is more or less on the halfway line. We're just a couple of feet inside the half, which is being defended by Westmill in this opening 45 minutes. No extra time this afternoon, by the way. Should this one finish level, it will go straight to spot kicks. Both sides won their semi-finals on spot kicks. Out comes Swallows, punches it down, not too convincingly, and it's given away on the edge of the area. Mazzini fires it in, and it was Matt Moore, I think, who got the deflection on it and took it behind for a corner. I don't wonder whether that penalty's upset the goalkeeper a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I mean, it could have knocked his confidence, couldn't it? Made him a little bit shaky on things. Obviously he knows he's on a yellow card, and needs to be careful from that aspect as well, I think.
So corner's going to come in from the skipper Mazzini on that far side of the field. He puts it low to the edge of the area, and that wasn't a bad idea, but clearly didn't take advantage of it. Still with Everett on this near side with Brinson the right back. He's trying to have a run down the line, but an outstretched leg by Aidan Gaffney puts the ball out for a throw-in. Aidan Gaffney's one who's played a higher level as well. He was at Baldock Town. As the ball was headed inside that area, a shot fired in and blocked. It's pushed to the left-hand side of the area and then miss-hit wide of the target by Mazzini on that left-hand side, and that was a real opportunity. Yeah,
that was a good chance for him, wouldn't it? He just couldn't connect with it properly, and it's just kind of spun off his boot and just gone to the right of Owen Swallow's goal.
Well, opportunities occurring for Everett Rovers. Will put wide of the target on that far side. So as we stand, 90 minutes live in association with Easy Shelf Direct, our final commentary until we start pre-season, which will be in July with Ware, Hertford and Welwyn Garden City. Brings us to Clarence Park, where we've got two teams trying to get a trophy which is in front of us. Here's Charlie Roan having a run against Brinson, going inside outside, pulls it across the box, but couldn't get it to Louis Debenham, and in the end it was decent defending by McCluskey. The ball put out on this near side for Bennett to chase, but it's the goalkeeper Swallows who comes out and collects it for Westmill. Ollie Tokley will bring in Matt Moore ball forward. In advanced position is Aidan Gaffney, took it down well. Plays it to the left to Charlie Rome. It looks a real outlet. Tries to put the ball in the middle though. Fairly easily cleared. Beardsmore gets there ahead of Bennett on the halfway line. Holmes is robbed of the ball, but Matt Moore will put it on that far side for Callum Brown. Brown brings in Josh Holmes. Holmes' ball across. Free header, but there's linesman's flag up. Gaffney put it wide anyway, but first real sight of goal for Westmill, although Aidan Gaffney had strayed into an offside position.
Yeah, I mean, even though he was offside, he still wouldn't have got that on target just for a little bit of the confidence, wouldn't he, I think?
It's the goalkeeper, Zach Green. And, orange, his orange shirt, black shorts. Who will take from the goal away to our left-hand side as the rain continues to come down. Who would be a manager or a fourth official without an umbrella? But they're all getting soaked in front of us. Luckily, we've got the stand above us. Here's Ollie Tokley deep inside his own half for Westmill. Threads it out on this near side. Looking for Charlie Rome. Rome can't keep it in though, and the ball will go out. We've got joint managers at Everett Rovers in Steve Knightley and Tim O'Sullivan who are there. It's a club that's been versed in Sunday football and made the change to Saturday football this season. Deep inside their own half. Brinson on this side with a bit of space in front of him. Plays the ball looking for Curley who didn't react, but Bennett did. Puts the ball across the box. Opportunity to come in here for Roberts, and he's put it wide. Another opportunity. And well, will they regret those missed opportunities later on in the game, because that was another one that should have ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he's going to be disappointed with that, and Westmill need to calm themselves down, gather their heads a little bit, and defensively just shore things up for a little bit. Otherwise, these chances that Everett are getting, one of them could well go in, and don't want to find yourselves 2-0 down too early.
Well, it's the Westmill bench who've got the thinking to do at the moment as Beardsmore shanks the ball on this near side. Brinson will head it up in the air. Bennett's there with Beardsmore, who managed to get a boot to it, and Matt Moore comes away with it for Westmill. Plays it on this near side for Charlie Rome. Gaffney was calling for it. He's not going to use him. Charlie Rome still now does find Aidan Gaffney, left-hand side of the box, pulls it across that box. Shot comes in from the Holmes and blocked. It was certainly heading goalwards. Charlie Rome's got it. Good pressure from Westmill. Matt Moore flicks it to the edge of the area on by Holmes, but an outstretched leg of McCluskey manages to get it away, and then a long ball forward, which Owen Swallows will collect easily and take outside his area. 20 minutes gone here on the trophy final, the Hearts Senior County League, and it's been Everett Rovers who've had the best opportunities, and they lead by a goal to nil. They've got another one here with Curley, their top scorer. Out comes the goalkeeper, plays it across, and Bennett has put it in the back of the net to make it 2-0. Westmill caught at the back, and this time there's no doubt about the goal. Controversial penalty, no doubt about that one. Harry Bennett's made it 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good breakaway from Everett Rovers, wasn't it? Come down this left-hand side. He's running across. There's only one defender. There's running in, and another attacker running into the middle. He's played it across for him. He's easily slotted it into an empty net, give them that 2-0 lead. And as you say, Pete, 20 minutes gone, 2-0 down, and Westmill really need to shore themselves up and get back into this game.
Well, 11th goal of the season for Harry Bennett, number 11, matching his shirt number. Said he was the man that took care of Hatfield Town in the quarter-final, which was a big scalp for them, scoring a hat-trick in the 4-1 win. But Westmill with it all to do at the moment, trailing by 2-0 and nothing going right. And here come Everett Rovers again. We've not seen it, the skipper, but he's robbed of it by Charlie Rome. Louis Debenham, well, we haven't seen him so far. 19 goals this season is Gaffney. Plays it to his right hand side for Josh Holmes, who fires in the shot. It's blocked on the edge of the area easily and goes back to the goalkeeper, Zach Green. Chips the ball out on the far side of the field, and Everett looking dangerous every time they come forward. Playing the ball about the back at the moment, but chip it towards the halfway line. That's the goal scorer, Bennett. But Roberts is robbed of the ball, and here is Louis Debenham, but can't control it. McCluskey will play the ball forward to Bennett. Gives it back to the central defender. Long ball forward. They've got players in advanced position again, but this time it's in the end it bounces off of Tom Burns and goes behind to the goalkeeper, Owen Swallows. Tom Burns, last time we did a cup final when they beat Culture Club, Tom Burns was the man who came up with the winner, wasn't he?
I think he was. Yes, definitely. That was a great afternoon or a great evening at Wadston Park. And you saying about cup final and standing up here for a cup final. I'm thinking that one with that we did before for Stanley and Puckeridge, we were standing up for that one as well.
You're absolutely right. It was played at some postal sports, wasn't it? I seem to remember in Watford, and there were no seats available. It's got to be said. This time we got a seat, but if you sit down, you can't see. But Westmill have got a free kick inside the Everett Rovers half. Carl Beardsmore will take it. Long one into the area. Heads go up. So it's headed towards the edge of the area by Holmes. The ball breaks and a push spotted inside that area against Alfie Arnold by our referee, Mr. Benico. So it will be a free kick to Everett Rovers. I was saying they're part to the final. They played one more game than Westmill. Westmill got a bye in the first round of the competition. Harpenden Development, they won 6-2. Hemel Hempstead Rovers 3-1. Hatfield Town 4-1. And then Cuffley Seniors, a real cracker, 4-all, winning 4-2 on penalties. So plenty of goals Everett Rovers have scored in this competition. Ball on that far side. Brown plays it in. Here is Louis Debenham. Ollie Totley had made his way up from the back, but Debenham couldn't find him, and that's rather symptomatic of the way things have gone for Westmill. But here they come with Callum Brown. Inside the area, tries to pull the ball across, but once more it's Everett Rovers defenders who are in the way, and Westmill just not able to make that much progress. They have won a free kick though, far side of the field, midway inside the Everett Rovers half. Charlie Rome goes across to take that free kick, trailing 2-0 Westmill, but we found out in these cup finals, 2-goal advantages don't mean a great deal on occasions. But certainly don't want to concede a third one. Third goal in this is going to be vital. Big two, Alfie Arnold and Carl Beardsmore are up from the back for Westmill for this free kick, which will be taken by Charlie Rome on that far side of the field. Referee sounds a whistle. Charlie looks up, chips it in. It's a good delivery, but it's well dealt with as well by Everett Rovers, but Gaffney snaffles it back. They've still got it deep inside Everett territory, finds Matt Moore, chips it into the box, goalkeeper says that's mine, comes and at the second attempt collects it. And one thing you think Westmill need to do, and Louis Debenham could get himself in trouble here. I was just going to talk about him, and he did that, but he's the man that needs to get involved in this game. Yeah,
definitely. He's a threat for them, isn't he? And try and get him involved. Get him creating a little bit more, and hopefully they might find an outlet that way and a way back into the game.
Oh, you only have to give him one chance. We'll say 97 goals in 6 seasons, but it's a bit misleading because his first season he only scored 3, but to be fair to him, he only played 1 game. Because he got a hat-trick on his debut. He has been one of the most consistent scorers in our local area for a long time, always in the top 5 in the Golden Boot for 5 minutes, live in association with Easy Shelf Direct. We'll run you through that again in case you didn't catch it on Wednesday night, and all the hoo-ah that surrounded the playoff semi-final between Bedford and Ware. We ended up with more listeners than Ware's average home gate, which was quite amazing. As Charlie Rome's brought down here, and I think he took the referee's assistant to give that one, although he was straight in front of the referee, which was a bit surprising.
Yeah, I mean, he was going to grab the ball, and it didn't look like the ref was going to give it. He went to grab it and decided not to, and then the ref decided to award it.
Here's Josh Holmes going into the left-hand side of the area, pulls the ball across the box, goalkeeper fields it, didn't know too much about it with Louis Debenham at the near post, but Zach Green manages to clasp the ball in the rain here. It must be a nightmare for goalkeepers, this rain. It's going to be skipping about like a bar of soap as the rain's coming down and falling off the old tin stand that we're in. And Everett Rovers have pulled their number 3, Charlie McNally, over to this side noticeably as Robert scurries across on that far side. Burns gets the tackle in first of all. Roberts will get it back, put it down the touchline for Brinson, who started off at right back and has ended up at left back. And I wonder if that's to do with the progress Charlie Rome's has been making down this left-hand side. Yeah,
it could be. I mean, Westmill have. That's the only way they've really threatened, isn't it? With Charlie down this left-hand side, and maybe it's to nullify the effect that he's been having.
On ball forward, Debenham beaten to it in the air. Kick forward is then signalled by the referee's assistant to be offside. Sheriff Ibrahim who put it forward, but it's going to be a free kick to Westmill. 29 gone. It's Everett Rovers in charge and they lead by 2-0. It started off with a controversial penalty in the 11th minute, and then Harry Bennett's 11th of the season for Everett Rovers. Ball headed on by Josh Holmes, looking for Charlie Rome. Matt Moore chests it down and then handles it, but the referee doesn't give anything, despite the fact he was standing next to him. I'm beginning to wonder about Mr. Panico at the moment.
He's not having the greatest of games so far, is he? A couple of decisions that he's failed to make, and let's see what the rest of the game's like for him before we decide what mark he gets.
That's all right. The Step 4 spreadsheet has been closed for the season, so he can't get the red font treatment. Charlie Rome's got the free kick midway inside the Everett Rovers half. Just a little bit to the left-hand side. Low across the area. Beardsmore can't control it, and it's thumped clear by Curley towards the halfway line on that far side of the field. It's going to be Tom Burns who picks the ball up for Westmill. Back to Owen Swallows, the goalkeeper. Chips it forward down that left-hand side. Brinton gets his head to it. Westmill who are getting a little more possession. They've settled down. I think that early penalty certainly rocked them. And the second goal then followed fairly swiftly afterwards. They've got a free kick again on that far side. Aidan Gaffney brought down this time. And so a chance for Carl Beardsmore and Alfie Arnold, imposing couple of figures to make their way inside that Everett Rovers box. So it's got to be said, Kukua and McCluskey haven't missed a lot so far, the two centre-backs for Everett Rovers. Let's see what they can do with this one. Kick to be taken by Charlie Rome, ever present at dead ball situations. Charlie, another good delivery comes in. This time it's McCluskey who gets there first. Ollie Topley heads it forward for Gaffney, brings it down, puts the ball up in the air. Thought he was fouled, but he wasn't. A long ball forward, and we're in a chase here as Swallows comes way out of his goal and does well. He volleys it forward. There's some Westmill fans on this side felt that was offside, but nothing given. Charlie Rome's free kick quickly taken, but once again it's dealt with by Everett Rovers. It'll break on that far side. Callum Brown, neat footwork, brings in the Holmes. Callum Brown continues the run. He's gone round Brinson, puts the ball across the area, but then it's finally blocked and thumped out of play. And referee just having a look, because there's an Everett Rovers player that may need a little bit of attention, but Westmill have got a corner, and in the last 5 minutes they've really edged their way back into the game, you feel?
Yeah, they, as you said, they've had a bit more possession. They've had a couple of attacks that have threatened that Everett Rovers defence. Nothing's come of it, but as you said, it's positive signs, and signs that they're trying to work a way back into this game.
Well, they've got a corner on that far side of the field, which Charlie Rome will take. The big two up from the back. Decent delivery again, but well dealt with by Everett Rovers. Beardsmore can't collect it on this near side of the field and thump forward Barry Bennett, but he's robbed of the ball by Matt Moore. He did a good job. Plays the ball inside for Josh Holmes. Left-hand side of the box is Alfie Arnold. Here is Louis Debenham, swivels and shoots. First time we've seen him attack on goal, but in that instance all the way along the ground, and fairly easy meat for the goalkeeper Zach Green. Long kick forward, headed on by Bennett, but Swallows will get there ahead of the run on this near side of the field by Roberts. Ball down the line for Totley, just picking up a bit of pace the game now. Gaffney tries to bring in Charlie Rome, but it's another one of those big two central defenders who thumps the ball away. Beragagua and on to Charlie Rome and behind for a goal kick. So goal kick to Everett Rovers, who lead here by 2-0. 12 minutes to go before the break. Westmill, as I say, got a bye in the first round. They then took out 3 Premier Division sides, Bush Hill Rangers and Hertford Heath, both by 2-0 scorelines. And then Chipperfield Corinthians, a little bit nerve-wracking, 2-2 draw, and they won 5-4 on penalties to take them through to their first ever cup final at this level. And still looking, of course, for a double, which would see a cup trophy and promotion. We'll wait and see for the second one and the first one indeed. So we've still got plenty to play here. Arnold finds Matt Moore. He brings in Tom Burns. Ball forward for Aidan Gaffney. You do get the feeling they've got a bit more confident playing the ball along the ground better on Westmill. Alfie Arnold thumps it on that far side, looking for the run of Brown, but goalkeeper Zach Green will go out and collect it fairly comfortably. High kick forward. It's going to land onto the head of Gaffney. Forward by Holmes. Debenham can't get there, and McCluskey's outstretched boot, but referee will give a free kick, I think, for the challenge on the halfway line by Holmes. And it's going to be a free kick to Everett Rovers. 10 minutes to go before the break, and you do get the feeling they need a goal before half time to just make that team talk a little bit easier for Chris Meadows.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we all know what good a goal or scoring a goal could be before just before half time. So to half the deficit, and just give Everett Rovers something to think about at half time as well, and change their team talk.
Well, the Westmill substitutes: Luke Reed, Josh Downs, Toby Greaves, Tom Payne, of course, there as well, and Callum Fort. Tom Payne and Callum Fort, 2 players that certainly could be introduced for an attacking feeling. I'm kind of surprised, having seen Tom Payne couple of cup finals. Surprised he's not in the starting lineup actually. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's a tactical decision. Maybe he might be carrying a little knock and decided not to risk him for the full 90. But we'll have to ask someone about that afterwards. But he's one, of course, a number of this squad who've been together. They went to university, came back, joined Westmill again, and played here for a number of years. Kick forward, this time by Tom Burns, but Debenham can't get there. Zach Green comes out, collects it, and a thumping clearance on the far side of the field that Beardsmore has to deal with, and in the end he just manages to head the ball down away from Curley, so Owen Swallows can come out and collect it. Ball on that far side goes out of play. One thing you notice about this ground is not only has it got a slope from left to right, it's also got a kind of hump from right to straight across the pitch from right to left, which makes it difficult to see that byline on the far side. Yeah, it does a little, doesn't it? It's not the
it's not the most level of pitches. Obviously, you know, we have seen worse, but we've definitely seen better as well.
So actually, we not being unkind at St Albans, when we're at Hartford Ware, we commentate on better every week on the lush of the 3G service. But fair play to the groundsman here, because we've had a bit of a deluge of rain and the pitch is holding up okay so far. It's going to be a throw-in, which Brinson will take for Everett Rovers on that far side. Ball pushed forward, and here's the danger man, Nick Curley. Thumps the ball in the end off of Alfie Arnold, and it goes behind for a corner to Everett Rovers. It's Westmill against Everett Rovers, because even in the cup final you have a home team and an away team. So even in terms of that, Everett Rovers are judged the away team, although both teams are on a neutral ground. Referee has sounded his whistle and making his way to the halfway line for some reason. Louis Debenham is having a little bit of work with the referee. I think Westmill are going to have to make a substitution here, and it could be Louis Debenham who comes off, and that is a major blow.
Well, that is a major blow for them, isn't it? You know, as we said, you know, he's their danger man, he's their outlet, and for him coming off at this stage, you know, late on in the first half is not a good sign for them.
Well, Josh Downs will come on. Charlie Rome will go to centre forward, and Louis Debenham, the 19-goal striker, has not made it to a half-time. That's an ominous sign, you would think, for Westmill. This corner comes across, and in the end it breaks on this near side of the field. They'll be hoping he's fit for the 3 games they've still got to play in the league, of course. It's a real blow to Westmill's hopes of their first silverware, but plenty of time to go. 6 minutes to go before the break. Everett Rovers leading 2-0, headed on by Josh Holmes, and the ball breaks, and the immediate action for the substitute Josh Downs is to give a free kick away inside that Everett Rovers half. He has actually gone in the centre forward position now, with Callum Brown over on the right and Charlie Rome on the left. And knowing Louis Debenham as we do, I'd wonder how fit he was when he started. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, you know, he must have been struggling, you know, especially for him to to come off in a cup final at this stage. But you know, it's one of those that's that's worth taking a little risk for, isn't it? Yeah, with a player of his pedigree at this level. The ball headed forward, but thumped against Aidan Gaffney, and Everett managed to get it back, but Ollie Tokley will send Charlie Rome going down this left-hand side. Here comes the goalkeeper Green, stretches out a leg, gets a round of applause from the Everett Rovers fans. But Westmill have a throw-in taken quickly. Here's Charlie Rome making his way into the area. Charlie still pulls the ball across, completely missed, and then coming in is Tom Burns, who fires it well wide of the target. And I think it was Josh Downs, the substitute there, who had a real opportunity and missed his kick. Yeah, another chance there for Westmill. You know, more good work from Charlie Rome down this left-hand side. He's cut inside, put it across the box from the touchline, but just couldn't quite find a way for it to get into the net. Well, something perhaps for the Westmill fans to get a little bit optimistic about. Haven't had too much to shout about in this first half so far. Everett Rovers lead by 2-0 as we go into the last 5 minutes of the first half of the Norman Appleby Trophy final here at Clarence Park, St Albans. A lovely cricket pavilion just across the back of the ground here. Won't be using that today, that's for sure. As Holmes chests the ball down, but it's thumped out on that far side for Curley. Curley looks up, then plays a long ball. I don't know whether he'd seen Swallow slightly off his line, but that was extremely optimistic from a man, despite the fact he's got 35 goals this season. I think that really would have been something special. I think it would have been, wouldn't it? I mean, we've seen goals from that sort of distance this season, but I don't think there was much hope of that one going in. So Owen Swallows from the goal away to our left-hand side. The Everett Rovers fans behind it. Long kick forward, but a thump back inside the Westmill half. Tom Burns' back pass is none too certain, but Swallows does well to come out and beat Harry Bennett to it. Brinson just puts the ball out on that far side for a throw-in, which Aidan Gaffney has now for Westmill. Holmes shields the ball well. Good footwork by Gaffney. He's brought down, but the referee lets it go. And here on the edge of the area, shot fired in. And the first one from Josh Downs that's given Green anything to think about. The goalkeeper almost looked to be going the wrong way, but managed to save it with his legs. But at least a shot on target the goalkeeper had to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, he did, didn't he? As you say, I think he was going the wrong way. It's a good shot, nice bit of power on it, and more signs for Westmill, causing problems on the Everett goal.
Well, it's a throw in to Everett Rovers on this near side of the field. A header coming in from the number 10 Pusey, but ball finds its way to Aidan Gaffney, who will pick up Callum Brown. Callum Brown's ball forwards has got Downs on the right hand side of the box. He's drifting in, might fancy a shot on the left foot, but in the end it goes out for a throw-in, so that's really all you need to know about that one. But you can see at least he's provided a bit of movement up there. Yeah,
definitely. A different aspect, different way of thinking, and of creating, creative-wise. So let's hope that continues.
43 minutes of the first half gone. Everett Rovers in charge here. A lead by 2-0. Long kick forward by Harry Bennett, who got the second one. Burns brings it down. Alfie Arnold has to take evasive action, and then Burns just threads it out on that far side. Brinton, the first player to react, finds Curley. Curley's long ball on this near side. Don't know what he was trying to do with that. Could have put his side in trouble, but in the end McNally does well and feeds it back to his goalkeeper Zach Green. Chipped onto the head of Ollie Tokley. Tokley will get it back, just thumps it forward though. Charlie Rome a bit frustrated, it didn't have more purpose to it as Beardsmore goes up, wins the ball, and it will break on that far side to Callum Brown, who brings in Matt Moore. Moore will play it back to Beardsmore. Beardsmore looking for some movement, looks for Downs, he can't collect it, and the ball will just roll to the left hand side of the area where George McCluskey will put it back to his goalkeeper Zach Green. Back with Westmill though, Aidan Gaffney inside Everett Rovers territory. He's got Callum Brown outside him. Gaffney drops a shoulder and carries on going past Ibrahim, but in the end it's Kakua, the other big central defender, who sweeps up, long ball forward onto the head of Alfie Arnold, but Everett got plenty forward here. Roberts is one on this near side, and Swallows has to come out and collect the ball away from the diminutive number 9. Feeds it out to Matt Moore, coming forward into Everett Rovers territory. Brings in Josh Downs. Downs turns the ball inside for Holmes, puts it across. Here's Josh Downs. Oh, he couldn't complete it. I don't think he thought that was coming back to him, but another good opportunity goes.
Yeah, I mean, he'd just taken a step too far, hadn't he? As you say, I don't think he was expecting the ball to come back to him so quickly, and he's found the ball that's played to him right at his feet, and he just couldn't gather himself in time. And if he had done, he'd have been able to poke it just into the net.
Josh Holmes with the cross. It's Charlie Rome, goalkeeper and defender both miss it. Charlie Rome stays down on the edge of the area, and it's cleared in the end away down this near side where Beardsmore will pick it up. Charlie Rome still struggling, think it's going to be okay. Matt Moore will come forward for Westmill, I think their best spell of the game, as tackle comes in on Callum Brown, but referee lets the game go, and it'll break to Josh Downs down by this left hand corner flag. Josh Downs still in possession, shrugs aside one defender, keeps going to Josh Downs. He goes down then, and the referee gives a goal kick. Westmill feeling a little bit hard done by there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is good work from Westmill, isn't it? This is the sort of threat that we they need to be making, and if they're going to get back, find a way back into this game.
Well, Chris Meadows is in the ear of the fourth official. No doubt about that. I think Mr. Chapman knows he's about. Not a happy manager. But the ball's away on that left-hand side. We're into the second minute of time added on for stoppages at the end of the first half. Not going to get a board that tells us how long we've got to go at this level, so I'm just going to have to guess. As Bismore wins out well on the halfway line. Downs manages to shrug aside McCluskey and come forward. Here is Downs. Downs still going right hand side of the box. Needs some help. Finds it from Josh Holmes. Here's Holmes. Turns right, turns left, and then just shows too much of the ball and the edge of the area to Ibrahim. And it's cleared down this near side onto the halfway line with Roberts. And that's going to be the end of the action here in the first half at Clarence Park. The Ranger relented a little bit, but it's been falling on Westmill because they go in at a half-time trailing by 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, not the ideal start for them, wasn't it? Conceding a penalty, although, as we say, it's hotly disputed in the after 10 minutes, and then conceding another goal. But they've worked hard to find a way back into the game. This last 10 minutes especially, they've had a good chance. And been troubling the Everett defence. So I'm sure Chris Meadows will have a few things to say at half-time, and hopefully they'll come out rocking.
Well, he's got a few things to say to Mr. Panico at the moment, as he's rushed out of his dugout and he's having a word with the referee. So he's not going to change anything. He knows that. Was the penalty decision after 11 minutes. It's the most controversial. The second goal where Westmill were just caught at the back, as Curley carved them apart and found the unmarked Bennett. Chris Meadows still having a go with our referee, Mr. Benico. So good luck with that one. His team talk's going to be just a little bit delayed while all that is sorted out. So we're into a half-time sequence here on 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf Direct, our final one of this particular season in our 38th commentary. And we're just having a look. Let's have a look at that penalty decision. Out comes the goalkeeper, and he slides his knees, and he's so difficult to tell, isn't it, from there? Yeah,
you've got a couple of players in the way of the video, haven't you? You've got a couple of Westmill defenders just in the way, and we really can't see. But
I think the one thing you can say is by the trajectory the ball goes after the challenge, the goalkeeper got a touch on the ball. There's no doubt about that.
There we go. Unfortunately, inconclusive, shall we say.
The 90 Minutes Live VAR was inconclusive. I think VAR has been inconclusive all season, hasn't it? But we won't go into that one. Okay, let's just have a little bit of a look. We've done 37 and a half commentaries. This is our 38th of the season. I just thought we'd have a little bit of a look at where our teams at Step 4 finished this season, and also those teams that we follow below them. A very consistent season. The first thing I can say in Sunderland Division 1 Central, Ware finished 5th, that's where they were last year. Welling Garden City finished 9th, they were 8th last year. And the Hertford finished 14th, exactly where they were last year. So there's consistency for you, I think.
That is indeed, yeah, very consistent. Obviously, we'd have liked a bit of improvement, but I think it's good to show that how well they've done.
Yeah, and I think to be fair to Welling Garden City, I think they could have had that improvement if they wouldn't have had that ridiculous run of games, which Mark Weatherston and his team had to fit in. But the other thing was, you just showed me I've got it wrong on my sheet, but the one thing we can say has been consistent league performance, but it's been amazing with attendances. Ware's average attendance 235, that's up over 25% on last season. Hartford 292, the third best supported team in the league, and Welling Garden City at 132. That's an increase on last season as well.
I think we've discussed it before, haven't we? That people are becoming disillusioned with all this VAR and Premier League and things like that, and it looks like they're going along to support their local non-league club, which is absolutely fantastic. And with that as well, looking at those attendance figures and the figures that we get, I think it just goes to show that people are enjoying non-league.
Yeah, absolutely, and big thank you to everybody that contacted us after Wednesday night. saying how they enjoyed the coverage. And, there'll be more of it coming next season, of course. Other teams that, we keep an eye on, it was a really bad season for St Margaret's-Bury, 21st in the Thurlow Nunn Division 1 South. They've ended up relegated and will be playing, as far as we know, at this level, our senior county league. Got to say, it's slightly out of our area, but congratulations to Wormley Rovers. Went there on Saturday, they beat Dunmow Town 2-1. With Bradley Empson's goal about 5 minutes from the end. Former Hartford player, of course, Rees Monsanya, who was at Ware early in the season, was in the Wormley squad as well. So well done to them. They've been promoted up to level 6 for level 5 rather, for the first time. Hart Senior County League Premier Division, well, it is all over because Belstone have won the championship. Hatfield Town have got one game left. They're going to finish second. Who finishes third, though? Well, that's still up for grabs. Hertford Heath currently there at the moment, and Buntingford finishing 12th. But you've got to say for the Heath, another marvellous season for them.
Yeah, I think they've done fantastic, haven't they? For what they've achieved and where they've come from, I think it's great for them. And as you said, with them playing at St Margaret's-Bury, don't know if they're going to be playing there next season, but that could be interesting with St Margaret's-Bury going down.
Yeah, absolutely. In Division 1 Westmill, well, they've got 3 games left. They've got MOMC Rovers on Saturday. Might find us on the touchline for that, because it'd be good to go and see them at home. Harpenden Town Development next Tuesday, and then on the 18th, the final game of the season is away at Old Parliamentarians. I'm making them need 6 points from 9 to ensure promotion to the Premier Division, which once again will be an amazing achievement.
Yeah. I mean, they've done great. Ever since we've been following them, I think the success that they've had has been fantastic. I mean, considering it's only a small little village where as you said during commentary, Pete, a lot of these players they've played together for many years. They're from the village. They've been away to university and come back playing for their local club, and that's the real heartbeat of it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's face it, when they started off in the lower levels of the Hertford and District League, they could end up at step 7 in the Hart Senior County League if they get in the Premier Division, which is gobsmacking, an amazing achievement for Westmill, no matter what happens today. Spartan South Midlands Division 2, congratulations to AFC Welling on their promotion. They've got 2 games left and they need a point for the title. But also in Essex Olympian League Division 2, we've followed Roydon for a few years. They're 9th in the table, but they're only 6 points off 3rd, and they've got 3 games to play. So again, another village team that's really punching above their weight. Yeah,
I mean, they've gone up 3 divisions, haven't they, in the last 5 years? So more great work from them.
And let's just wrap up the Golden Boot in case you missed it with our coverage on Wednesday night, with everything that was happening there. Evan Mabona has won it, 38 goals for Hatfield Town in the Hart Senior County League Premier Division. Marvellous season for him. So he's the winner of our Golden Boot. Joint second places, Jamie Marshall of Hertford Heath got 21 and Kendall Giamphy of AFC Welling 21. 20 Gamani Collington of Hatfield Town, which would make you should really have a dual Golden Boot for the strike force, shouldn't you? Because those two have got 58 goals this season.
I know, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, in the women's Golden Boot, I haven't got it down. I think it was 28 Paige Pryor from St Margaret's-Bury. They had a cup final yesterday, and unfortunately they lost 5-0 to Colne Heath. I'll tell you about the women's leagues and where our teams finished there. So we're in the Eastern Region Division 1 South. Watford Development, they are champions. There's still some teams have got still got a couple of games to play, but Watford Development have won the league. Hertford Town, their first season at that level, they finished 6th on 26 points. There's 10 teams in the league, so halfway. I think that's good for them. They're a young side, and as I said, their first season at that level. Watson Park unfortunately finished bottom on 12 points. I don't know if they're going to be relegated or whether they're going to. There are talks about expanding the leagues, so they might get reprieved. In the Beds and Hearts Women's Football League in the Premier Division. 9 teams in the Premier Division. Colney Heath, they've won that with 41 points. St Margaret's, they finished 4th on 26 points, and Harton United finished 7th. I'm not sure. I have heard from someone that we know, Pete, that Harton United ladies might not be around next season. They might be, some of their players going over to Hertford Town because they've got that tie-in, and we'll have to wait and see. AFC Dunstable finished bottom of the Premier. Division 1, Flitwick Eagles won the league with 39 points. Just one of our teams in there, Sherrards Wood, they came 7th. And Division 2, Letchworth Garden City Eagles were champions. Buntingford Town finished 4th, which was very good for them. And in Division 3, Woburn and Wavden won the league, and Bury Rangers women have finished 3rd. So some good seasons there for some of our sides.
Yeah, definitely. And we were saying on the way down here, it'd be nice to commentate on a couple of women's football games next season. So we'll see if we can arrange that. We'll be back pre-season, which will most normally beginning of July time or whatever. But do watch the social media channels. We got the lot well covered now. I think we're on the Archies, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram. We're on Facebook, and of course, thanks to the man to my right hand side, we're on TikTok. I mean, I've got nothing to do with all of that. How many followers have we got on TikTok these days?
181.
Oh, so, there you go.
I'll just tell you a couple of half-time results, Pete. The game between Bedford Town and Waltham Abbey in the playoff final there. That is 1-1 at half-time. And I thought you might like to know this one. Enfield Town versus Chatham. That is 0-0.
0-0.
So it's
a bit controversy over that one, wasn't there? Only 400 Enfield Town fans that were allowed to go to Chatham as out come Westmill for the second half here. And all to play for at the New Erie then. That one will go to extra time and penalties if necessary. But I don't know, I'm still old school, I still think that penalty, you play 38 games a season or whatever it is, and then suddenly it's decided by a spot kick. I mean, there's got to be a better way, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking exactly the same yesterday. I mean, I was at work yesterday afternoon, and I had the radio on, and it was the National League playoff final yesterday, and that went to penalties, and I was thinking exactly the same thing. That's so unfair for those players involved, and especially for those who miss the vital penalties. It's not a nice way to go, and there really should be a better way of deciding it, I think.
Well, we can think about that during the summer break. By the way, congratulations to Ipswich Town also on their promotion to the Premier League. I say that because former Barnet player Jack Taylor is part of the squad at Ipswich Town, and when he made his debut for Barnet away to Leyton Orient as a 17-year-old, there were a few of us said that Jack Taylor one day will play Premiership football. Well, he's going to get that next season, and also I'm sure his dad, who used to sit in front of us when we were commentating, and always a nice man, used to say hello, will be absolutely delighted, as will his brother Harry, who was celebrating with him at Portman Road on Saturday. So well done to him. Shows what you can do and where you can go from non-league football. Well, teams are out. Time to start the second period here. As actually, sad man that I am, I've got Snoopy on my watch, and suddenly a rainstorm started on my watch with Snoopy putting an umbrella up. Who says technology doesn't know what's going on?
I hope it's not your umbrella he's got.
Someone's watching. Yeah, my umbrella fell apart as we were waiting to get in here. I don't know how we're going to get back, but we will see. Second half to get underway then. Everett Rovers kicking from left to right, leading by 2-0 against Westmill in the Norman Appleby Trophy final here at Clarence Park, St Albans. Westmill with it all to do in this 45 minutes then, as Josh Holmes picks the ball up, long ball forward, leave it Charlie Rome, and he seems to be a little more central. I don't know whether they've changed things at half-time. Louis Debenham going off, of course, in that first half. Coming forward here, though. But have to turn backwards and bring in Gaffney. Gaffney plays a high ball forward on this near side, looking for Tom Burns, who'd come up from right back. But in the end, it comes off his boot and goes behind for a goal kick. So a chance to give you the two team lineups. Westmill, Owen Swallows in goal. Tom Burns, Ollie Totally, Matt Moore, Alfie Arnold, the skipper, Carl Beardsworth, Charlie Rome, Aidan Gaffney. We've now got Josh Downs in place of Louis Debenham, Josh Holmes and Callum Brown is our lineup there for Everett Rovers. Zach Green, Dean Brinton, Charlie McNally, Sheriff Ibrahim, Berra Kukua, George McCluskey, Nick Kersey, Ebden Metzini, Lucas Roberts, Jay Pusey and Harry Bennett. Our referee is Marco Panico, who, didn't have the best halves, let's be fair. But Josh Holmes picks the ball up for Westmill. Chips it forward to Rome, who's definitely taken a more central position in this second half. It's almost they've gone to a kind of traditional 4-4-2 or maybe a 4-3-1-2 with Gaffney playing the hole behind that front two. So Chris Meadows changed things a little bit at half-time. They did have a decent period just before the break. Beardsmore's ball forward is let run, and it'll be Brenton, the right back, who puts it back to his goalkeeper, Zach Green. Long ball forward by Brenton. Bennett can't collect. Beardsmore has to get it, though, and just chips it to Matt Moore on the halfway line. Further forward for Gaffney. Gaffney turns the ball back to Beardsmore. Beardsmore on the halfway line, long ball forward onto the head of Downs. Up goes Rome. Is Downs making it difficult for goalkeeper Green. Official's flag goes up on this near side as Green finally manages to get the ball and bowls it out to Brenton, who approaches the halfway line. Chips the ball inside for Pusey, who brings in Harry Bennett. He can't control it, and the ball's given to Matt Moore. Moore for Tom Burns for Westmill. Plays the ball back to Alfie Arnold. Was saying he missed their last two cup finals with injury. Was hoping this would be third time lucky. Well, bit of work to do before that happens. Here's Aidan Gaffney, who for me has been the pick of the Westmill players so far. He's the one that's caused some problems. And ball goes out for a throw in on that far side of the field here, as the rain has just relented a little bit finally. In fact, it's going to be a free kick on that far side. Charlie Rome has spotted the ball down to take it. So Beardsmore and Arnold have come up from the back. Charlie Rome delivery has been pretty good so far, but just haven't managed to get any red shirts on the end of it. Once again, it's another decent delivery into the box, but the goalkeeper, Zach Green, backpedaling, collects it and then bowls it out to Brenton. Hurries forward on this near side, chips it forward. That's a good challenge by Tom Burns coming in. As Metzini looked to be making progress, but Burns read it well, got there first. Brenton on the halfway line with the throw in, off the chest of Harry Bennett, and then just thumps it away on that far side. It's going to be collected by Roberts, who's going to have a run against Beardsmore on that far side, but then decides to put the brakes on, plays the ball back. It's lofted into the area by McNally, but headed out by Tom Burns, and here's Josh Holmes midway inside his own half. Downs plays it back for Gaffney. Holmes will get it back again. Tries the long ball on that far side, looking for Charlie Rome. Couldn't get there, and in the end, it's finally sorted out by Everett Rovers and finds its way on this near side to Dean Brinton. Brinton's long ball looking for the run at Curley, and out comes Swallows, and as they're heading out for a throw-in to Everett Rovers. Curley takes it back down the line for Brinton. Brinton chips it on that far side and tempts McCluskey to come forward. He picks up a knock from Ollie Tokley and then goes down, and it will be a free kick to Everett Rovers inside Westmill territory on that far side of the field. 5 minutes, second half gone, 90 minutes live in association with Easy Shelf Direct. Pete and Simon with you on this bank holiday Monday afternoon. Thanks for joining us from wherever you're listening. Free kick to be taken on that far side. I think Westmill might be about to make a change here for the officials writing something down. As free kick to be taken. Only Josh Downs forward for Westmill. Everybody in or around that area, apart from Charlie Rome, who's a one-man wall. Good kick into the area. That was a good delivery. The header came from Bennett in the end. In fact, it was Pusey with the header. But Swallows fielded it fairly easily. Long ball forward. Brinton read that though. Ball pushed forward only as far as Tom Burns. Burns is brought down, this time by Metzini, and it'll be a free kick to Westmill inside the centre circle, taken by Matt Moore on this near side. Brings Josh Holmes forward. His ball looked to bring in Rome on that far side. Is Tokley. Goes for the 1-2 with Charlie Rome. Gets it back. Does Ollie Tokley. Does well. Turns the ball inside. The run from Holmes. Plays the ball on this near side. It's thumped across. But at the end it's coming back now, and chip ball forward, and ball will go out of play on this near side of the field. Onto the chest of Aidan Gaffney, who's robbed by Metzini. Metzini brings in Ibrahim, who's put under immediate pressure. And in the end, the ball will break on the edge of the area and just put to one side by McCluskey for Brinton. And then chips the ball forward. Headed inside Everett territory, up in the air by McCluskey. He didn't know a lot about it. Brought back to ground level by Josh Holmes, who's brought down by Metzini. And Westmill will have a free kick. Tom Payne is going to be the substitute for Westmill when he comes on. He's got his tracksuit top off and raring to go. Very attacking change that'll be by Chris Meadows. Usually right-sided winger, but we'll see where he's employed. Charlie Rome's got a free kick to take here. Free kick will be taken with the right boot. Chips it in, but once again Everett Rovers deal with it well. They've dealt with most things that Westmill have thrown at them so far. Matt Moore on this side brings in Charlie Rome. If he can keep the ball in, he does well to keep it in. He's hemmed in down by the corner flag, plays it back, but in the end the ball cannons out. There's going to be a throw into Everett Rovers, and Tom Payne is about to come on, so let's see who goes off. It's going to be only Tokley, I think, who's going to go off. Tom Payne will come on. Don't know whether that means he'll go three at the back, or Tom Payne will play as more of a wing-back role on that left-hand side. Looks like they are going to maintain the four at the back. Tom Payne's going to go to left back. So changes there for Westmill. Throw in to be taken by Brinton down the line onto the head of Matt Moore. But it's going to be a free kick to Everett Rovers. 9 minutes gone. Chris Meadows would have hoped that Westmill would have got back in the game by now. The longer it goes, the more they're going to have to throw players forward. And with the likes of Nick Curley and Harry Bennett, they're going to have problems defending the pace that Everett Rovers have up front. Got the ball here though. Here's Gaffney. Plays the ball forward. He looked for Charlie Rome, but he couldn't pick it up. And ball is back once again with Zach Green. Onto ahead of Beardsmore, forward by Matt Moore. Gaffney has it again for Westmill. Brings Tom Payne into the game for the first time. Plays the ball inside. Looking for Downs. It was a decent ball. But in the end, the defending, as it has been all afternoon really from Everett Rovers, was solid enough. Westmill have got a throw in far side. It's going to be Carl Beardsmore who will take the throw in, going back to looks see if he's going to try the long one and then go short to Holmes, who does well. Josh Holmes is then brought down. Is he? Yes, he is. Or the referee looks like he's going to reach for his pocket there for some reason. But I think it's Ibrahim who was the defender. Referee's got his yellow card out.
Yeah, he's just shown the yellow.
And he's shown the yellow card, which was a little bit of a surprise. Not much of a challenge, really, was it? It was a foul, but that's about all it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said it was yellow card worthy at all.
So another yellow card. And that referee, Marco Benico. Free kick then for Westmill. Good position this, over on that far side. It's going to be Charlie Rome who's going to take it. He's going to curl it in nicely towards the far post and straight in. Charlie Rome gives Westmill hope and brings them right back into the game. Chris Meadows celebrates inside the technical area, and the Miller back in it at 2-1.
Oh, a great goal, wasn't it? He's really positioned that nicely, and as you said, previously, great position for the free kick. He's just lobbed it into that top right hand corner of the net. No chance was that green, and game on.
Charlie Rome scores his 15th goal of the season. His delivery has been really good from dead ball situations, and it was perfect from there. So Westmill right back in it. Everett Rovers led by 2-0, but that one from Charlie Rome means that Westmill will keep up their record as well of only having failed to score in 2 games all season. As Brinton puts it across the box, Swallows has got to watch it, and he does. And in the end, it just drifts wide of a post with Bennett coming in. That's certainly a whole new aspect about this one. He has got the feeling towards the end of the first half that Westmill were beginning to get their mark and get themselves back in the game. And they've done that with a goal by Charlie Rome. Need another one to get back on level terms, though. Here's Tom Payne. Turns the ball back to Beardsmore. Long ball forwards. And this time it's Charlie Rome adjudged to be offside. Chris Meadows is saying, calm down to the bench. We're all going to roar at the referee's assistant. But nobody does so, and it's going to be a free kick. That was very tight, though. That
was very, very tight, wasn't it? I mean, I'll give the linesman the benefit of the doubt. It's just to our right hand side, but he seemed pretty confident when he stuck his flag up.
Well, free kick is taken as the rain begins to pour down again. Beardsmore doesn't win that header. Alfie Arnold shanks it out of play. That's going to be a throw into Everett, who've got one substitute warming up over our left hand side. It's going to be Nick Curley who's going to leave it for the throw in to be taken on that far side of the field. Brings in Mazzini, but he almost gave the ball away, and then the ball ends up going out for a goal kick to Westmill. We never know they're beaten, we know that, and certainly at the moment it's that controversial penalty after 11 minutes that stands between the two teams. But plenty of mileage left in this Norman Appleby Trophy final. Competition's open to all the teams in the Premier and First Division of the Hart Senior County League. 31 entrants at the beginning of the season. It's down to these 2 now, as the ball on this near side finds Roberts. Roberts is there with Burns, the defender. The overlap's provided by Brinton. Chips it in and headed out by Alfie Arnold to the edge of the area where Josh Holmes will grab it. Thankfully for Westmill. Josh Holmes still coming forward down that far side as Tom Payne comes in, rescues the ball, and then it goes out of play for a throw-in to Everett Rovers, far side of the field. Floodlights on at Clarence Park. It's a dull, dreary, raining bank holiday, but it's been a decent game so far. It's kept a good sized crowd here entertained as the ball finds its way to Nick Curley midway inside the Westmill half. Chips it on this near side, and Westmill got some defending to be done, and they do it well, and in the end the ball goes out and they win themselves a throw-in as well. This time it's the Everett Rovers bench that aren't particularly happy with that particular award. Can see they've got a substitute, Thomas Horton is going to come on for them. We'll see what that does to the shape. Throw taken by Westmill as Downs goes down under challenge, and the referee gives Westmill a free kick, which will be taken on this near side of the field. So chance again. Charlie Rome's not going to take this one. He's on the edge of the area. Coming up from the back is Alfie Arnold. Kick 2 goes to the goalkeeper, and Green will collect it quite comfortably on the edge of his 6-yard box. Horton waits to come on for Everett Rovers, and we've had 16 minutes of the second half here in the Norman Appleby Trophy final. Norman Appleby, by the way, was great servant of grassroots football, trained a lot of referees and mentored a lot of referees in Hertfordshire before 2 years ago he sadly passed away from MND. So the league named the trophy in his honour. It's going to be Ibrahim who's going to come off, and Thomas Horton who will come on for Everett Rovers. A good round of applause. I mean, they've got something like 20 teams ever at Rovers, and got a real community feel, and I see lots of kids here from them as well.
Yeah, I see a few of them running around earlier. I mean, there's a young child just in front of us in an Everett Rovers top, and I think it's nice, if you can involve the whole club, and you've got someone from possibly from different teams being represented here today. So it's good, and as you say, there's a good crowd here, and they sound like they've brought a few fans there with them as well. Yeah,
absolutely. They were formed as late as 1997, and the team's called Everett Rovers because the local councillor was Bill Everett, so they named a team after him. Don't know whether he's here today, but they were very successful in Sunday football and doing well in Saturday football here as well, leading by 2-1. There's Aidan Gaffney for Westmill. Chips the ball, sends Tom Payne going down that left-hand side, tries to pull the ball into the area, but in the end it goes out, and it's going to be a throw-in, which Bidsmore will take on that far side for Westmill. Ball finds its way to Matt Moore, does well to control it as Gaffney fires in the shot from about 25 yards out, doesn't get hold of it, and it goes wide of the target and away for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean he's seen the space there in front of him open up, hasn't he? And he's taken the opportunity for a shot, but unfortunately, as you say, he couldn't connect with it properly and finds it sailing wide.
Yeah, he's had a good game from me. He's been pick of the bunch, Aidan Gaffney, who I say has spent some time a little higher up in non-league football. He's at Arlesey Town, AFC Welling. Played a couple of games for them earlier on this season before settling at Westmill. Ball on this near side, headed in by Horton. Finds its way to Burns, who chips it forward for Charlie Rome for Holmes. The ball on this near side is just put out by McCluskey for a throw in to Westmill, taken by Burns. Maybe a little bit too quickly, and the ball finds its way on this near side to Josh Holmes. Josh Holmes Downs a little further down the touchline, but finds Charlie Rome, but he's just eased off the ball by McCluskey. And the ball will find its way out to Curley on that far side. He hasn't played much part in this second half, which is good from a Westmill point of view for the 35-goal top scorer. Bennett's got it midway inside the Westmill half. Here is Curley coming forward, plays the ball across to Thomas Horton, the substitute. Horton fires the ball across, looking for Bennett on the far post. Can't keep it in though, and the ball will go out of play for a goal kick to Westmill. 20 minutes gone, second half at Clarence Park. A very, very soggy Clarence Park, as Everett Rovers leading here by 2-1 against Westmill. Zach Green with the ball all the way to our left-hand side to take the goal kick onto the halfway line, headed forward, further forward by Charlie Rome. Gaffney can't get there, brought down by Josh Holmes inside the centre circle. He's ambushed by Metzini though, who tries to find Curley on that far side, but Beardsmore gets the challenge in, and the ball will go out for a throw in for Everett Rovers. Going to be some tired legs out there. It's sapping conditions, isn't it? This heavy pitch in the rain.
Yeah, it doesn't make it easy, does it? And it's one of those where you know, especially with this pitch, with Everett, they're attacking up the slope. There's only a slight slope, but that's if your legs are tiring as well, that could have a detrimental effect on them as well.
They're in possession on that far side. They put it towards Owen Swallows, who collects it comfortably inside his 6-yard box, comes to the edge of the area and then thumps it left-footed downfield. The ball misses Horton, and Rome can't get hold of it. Horton and Brinson almost make a hash of it, but in the end they put the ball back to McCluskey, who searches out Bennett on that far side. Beardsmore is the defender for Westmill. The ball comes across the box. Roberts couldn't control it. It's hoofed towards the edge of the area, and a good challenge coming in by Tom Burns. And Matt Moore deflects it to Aidan Gaffney. Plays the ball for Matt Moore. Plays it through, looking for Charlie Rowe. 2 defenders go for it, and between the pair of them, McCluskey and Kukula managed to sort it out. And suddenly we're at the other end, because here goes Nick Curley down the left-hand side of the box, chips the ball to the far post, but in the end it was wasted as nobody could get on the end of it, and just signs the game a little bit basketball, a little bit end-to-end, as you would expect, as we go into the final quarter of this match, with Everett Rovers 2-1 in front. Long ball forward by Beardsmore. It was fairly easy for McCluskey, but he's given it back to Matt Moore, and it finds its way back to Owen Swallows via Tom Burns. Burns will pick it up again midway inside his own half. Forward for Charlie Rome. Looks for the run of Tom Payne on that far side. Holmes is there as well, but it's Kakura who will go away and do well to collect the ball. He does a good job. Finds Curley on that far side. Challenge coming in from Beardsmore. Well, that was all or die. He had to get the ball, and in the end it's broken on the edge of the area for Thomas Horton to find it back to Green. In goes Charlie Rome, and Westmill are level. Oh my word. Horton and Green look at each other. They've emptied the bench for the nil, and it's 2-2.
Wow, what a absolute mess up. That was terrible. What were they doing? I mean, Tom Horton and Zach Green. Why has Horton played that back to Green when there's someone closing him down so easily? Absolutely terrible mistake. Westmill have come back into this. 2 goals in this second half, and they're the ones that have got the momentum now. They're the ones that will have the confidence. We are set for a grandstand finish, Pete.
Well, once again, don't let us down, do they? Matt Moore's in the middle saying, calm down, boys. He should tell the bench. They were all going ballistic when that one went in. Well, Charlie Rome's got a double, and Westmill are right back in the game, having been 2-0 down in the first half. 16 for the season for Charlie. And, well, hold on to the seatbelts, because who knows where this one's going to go as the ball pushed forward. And will, by the way, a reminder, it'll go straight to penalties if it's this way after 90 minutes. Good tackle by Tom Burns. Takes the ball away from Roberts, and Harry Bennett went in, just barged the defender down. The referee not interested in doing anything other than giving Westmill a free kick. Notice the way the crowd separate amongst us. We're right in the middle, aren't we? Westmill on the right and Everett Rovers on the left.
I think we are. Just go, just neutral, isn't it?
We're the dividing line.
Although we are on Westmill's side, but yeah, we've got to, for the purpose of commentary, we've got to stay neutral.
Well, always enjoy Hart Senior County League of Football, and this one, as I say, hasn't let us down. Here's Beardsmore, always shown too much of that. Brinson, but does well to get away with it. Tom Payne forward for Downs. Downs still going. Left-hand side of the box. It's picked up by Charlie Rome, who's on a hat-trick. Tom Payne, just dragged it forward. And in the end, there's a linesman's flag goes up on that right-hand side. But, it's the Everett Rovers bench now with their joint manager Steve Knightley and Tim O'Sullivan, who are looking a bit worried. And for once, Chris Meadows, who's been all over the place, is looking pretty cool in front of us.
Yeah. I mean, they seem to have switch personas, don't they? In this, in these last few minutes.
Well, games turn around, but here come Everett Rovers on the far side with Curley. Curley's ball across the box. Put behind for a corner. It will be a corner to the team from Watford, who taken on that far side, and Westmill getting everybody bar Charlie Rome back in the box to defend this one. Goal away to our left-hand side. Referee just having a look what's going on inside the 6-yard box. Real traffic jam, and in the end just gives a free kick. Owen Swallows applauds him, and to be honest, I've got no idea how the referee could see what was going on in there.
No, it was very congested in there, wasn't it? So, I mean, I couldn't see exactly what it was, and we've got the physio coming on for, I think it's Mazzini, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Matthew Akio is waiting to come on for Everett Rovers. Not actually Mazzini, he's over there, so I'm not quite sure who it is, to be honest. But we've got an Everett Rovers player down inside the 18-yard area, way to our left-hand side. Akio waits to come on. It's actually McCluskey, the central defender, who was up there for the corner.
It's the joy of the white numbers, isn't it?
It's a nightmare, isn't it? Absolute nightmare. But, there you go. Who were the other numbers we had this season?
We've just got the referee's assistant telling the referee that McCluskey needs to go off because he's just had a physio on. I mean, come on. Mr. Panico, come on.
Don't get me started. I didn't see where the substitutes were when they left the pitch. But that's been a constant one.
I did notice one was far side, so yeah.
A chance coming forward here. Shot fired in. Good save by Owen Swallows. Parries it away from the shot from Curley. It's back inside that Westmill area, bouncing about, and it's Tom Burns who flings out a leg and thumps it out of play on that far side of the field. I think it was AFC Dunstable, wasn't it? Who had the worst numbers in the universe.
I can't remember.
I remember, but there were ones. But anyway, it's inside the box again, headed out to the edge of the area. Curley gets it all wrong.
I mean, Wolfram Abbey's numbers aren't great, are they?
No, that's true.
That's another one.
Yeah, well, I think they've got red numbers, haven't they?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, Keogh's about to come on for Everett Rovers. It is going to be the skipper, Metzini, who is going to come off. And we have 16 minutes plus time added on for stoppages to sort this out. Otherwise, we're into penalties. Haven't had a penalty shootout this season. Save the best for last.
We have it all. We want to provide entertainment right to the end, don't we?
Absolutely. Owen Swallows from the goal away to our left-hand side. The ball headed away from Gaffney by Brinson, forward by Beardsmore, looking for Charlie Rome. McCluskey, who's had a really solid game at the back, gets in the way. Long ball forward down that far side, looking for Curley. Curley's there with Beardsmore. Curley going outside Beardsmore, who gets a good foot in at the expense of a corner. He did well, did goal Beardsmore, because Curley had him for pace, no doubt about that, with a bit of experience. shown by the central defender. Another corner for Everett Rovers though. McCluskey and Kukula coming up from the back. Charlie Rome the only player forward. In fact, Tom Baines now going midway inside the Westmill half. Corner to the near post, diving header out by Tom Burns, which goes out of play midway inside the Westmill half far side. Akia, the substitute, brings in Brinson. Brinson has it again. Akia's actually slotted in on that side, but they've given the ball away. And here come Westmill. It's Aidan Gaffney on the halfway line. Charlie Rome was offside. He's not now. And Charlie Rome's got the ball. Charlie Rome on the edge of the area, but they've defended well again. Kukula puts the ball out for a throw-in on that far side of the field. Tom Payne will take the throw-in for Westmill. Gaffney got a couple of yellow and black shirts in front of him. Keogh's one of them, and he just shrugs Gaffney off the ball and thumps it forward. Curley controls it well to Pusey. Still inside Everett Rovers territory as Curley gives the ball away to Tom Burns. Matt Moore plays it forward on that far side. Look at Charlie Rome. Offside, says the referee's assistant. No way, says a man standing to my right, but I think the referee's assistant was just about right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take his word for it. I'll take your word for it as well, Pete. I mean, this post in front of us was just in my way. I couldn't quite see. So, yeah, unfortunate, but yeah, offside.
Just notice you've got 16 posts to steer clear of if you're in this little stand here. It doesn't matter where you sit, you can get one in the way somewhere. It's kick taken by Zach Green. Chips it forward on to the head of Holmes, and the referee spotted an infringement. So it's going to be a free kick. Another substitution about to be made by Everett Rovers. Going to be Harvey Mogford, the number 17, who will be coming on. He was on the books of Berkhamsted once, played for their under-18s, never made it as far as the first team. But he will come on to the field for, I think it's McCluskey, isn't it? The number 6 who's come off. He's actually, that's a surprise. I think he's had a really solid game, McCluskey. Yeah,
I think he's played well. I mean, maybe it's that knock he received a few minutes ago.
Well, they jumped the gun, and Mogford's a very good penalty taker. Who knows? But we'll wait and see about that one. As the ball being wrestled, and it's Josh Holmes who comes away with it for Westmill. Josh Holmes still going, plays the ball on this near side. It's Aidan Gaffney. Good save by Green, who comes out and keeps his team in it. Gaffney will get it back again, edge of the area, threads it through. Gaffney looking to get it back, and then it's hoof clear on this near side. And if Zach Green made a real Horlicks of it for the goal, he's certainly attuned for it there with that save from Aidan Gaffney.
Yeah, great save, wasn't it? You know, he's come out, and you know, Gaffney couldn't quite get it over the line there.
Well, linesman's flag goes up on the far side, and that's everybody to our left who is saying no way. But taken quickly, Charlie Rome's got it for Westmill, picked up the pace here. We're almost into the last 10 minutes. I don't think either of these teams want penalties on a wet ground. But that's the way we're going at the moment, with it standing at 2-2. Maybe fitting as penalties are the way both of them got to this final, of course. But it's going to be a throw-in taken by Carl Beardsmore on that far side for Westmill. Gaffney turns into a cul-de-sac, but in the end wins a free kick. So it's Horton who's involved again. He's had a bit of a torrid time, Thomas Horton, since he was introduced as a substitute. Gaffney's won the free kick, and we all know who's going to be taking this one. Charlie Rome, who's on a hat-trick. Could be the hero of Westmill. Don't know if the Fox at Aspenden still sponsor them, but if they do, the drinks will be lined up for Charlie if he goes this one in.
I'm sure they will. I mean, you know, an old friend of mine, Jim, who, I mean, he has a bell at Standon as well, where Standon Puckeridge had their celebrations, and he's taken over at the Fox at Aspenden, and maybe he'll be throwing some celebrations again this evening.
Yeah, good to have a football governor. Here's Charlie Rome with a kick then with the right foot. Another good one. Oh, Holmes couldn't just connect with a header. Horton's got it on the edge of the area. He's given it away to Beardsmore. He'll find Charlie Rome wide on that left-hand side. Another excellent. Well, it looked like a good delivery, but at the end it's just gone wide.
I will say, you say it's good to have a football governor, but I don't think you'd be so keen on this one.
Okay.
I know for a fact the bell has got like Tottenham shirts,
Okay,
and, this, that, and the other all over it. So yeah.
Enough said. Come on, should Ange stay or go? There we go. That's one for the summer. That's one for the summer. Okay, goal kick from Zach Green, right hand side. 10 minutes to go in the Norman Appleby Trophy final. It's been a horrible day weather-wise, but it's been a cracking match and a really big crowd who are going to be entertained as through goes down. The goalkeeper's just about got it, and Kukula manages to clear it. But all sorts were happening there.
I think there was a bit of confusion. Obviously, it's been left for him, and I think I was all expecting the referee's whistle to go and the linesman's flag to go up, but it didn't. And that could have been a goal for Westmill, couldn't it? So easily.
Matt Moore's got it from the throat from Tom Burns, parallel to the edge of the 18-yard area. That's a good cross. Header goes in. It's gone in the back of the net. It's Josh Holmes who scored it. And Westmill have come from 2 down to lead 3-2 at Clarence Park. The bench empties. And what a super cross and a lovely header to make it 3-2.
Oh, it's a fantastic cross, and he's got the header. He's seen the keeper to the left of his goal. He's glanced the header over into the right-hand corner of the goal. What a goal. What a comeback from Westmill. Still a few minutes for them to hold on. They've got to stay calm now, stay steady, and finish this game off.
Well, 81 minutes gone, and Josh Holmes is the hero. As Westmill go 3-2 in from. What is it about us and cup finals with our Senior County League? Teams go down 2-0 and they come back to 3-2.
I mean, you said it earlier, didn't you? It was 2-0, said it's far from over, anything could happen. How right you were.
Well, it's happened again. Can't write the mill off. You do that, you barrel. They lead here by 3-2, and suddenly the promotion and cup double is very much on for Chris Meadows and his team. It's Everett Rovers now who are going to have to push forward. Okeo on that far side. Long ball into the box, looking for the runner Bennett, but it's straight to Owen Swallows, who does the Fred Burbage dying swan inside the 6-yard box. A little bit early for that, Owen, but we appreciate the sentiment. It's Everett Rovers are going to have to push players forward now. Charlie Rome is challenged with Mogford on this near side. Charlie, we've got those 2 goals that pulled them level, but linesman's flag had gone up for offside. We can assume, but I'm not sure. I don't know what he's given here.
I don't know what he's given and what he's given anything for.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Mr. Panico appeared at step 4, I think I'd get the red pen out, because he's baffled me on occasion.
I don't think there's much chance of him getting promotion to step 4 somehow.
Somehow, I don't think so.
So saying that, I will say, a friend of ours, referee Scott Langley, he's been nominated for promotion to step 4. So someone I used to work with and someone I know well. So all the best, Scott. Hopefully, we may see him.
Yeah. Okay, Charlie Rome's got the free kick. We know not what for, but we're not going to moan. And this time he just thumps it off the board, and it goes behind for a corner, which is good enough for Westmill because there's only 6 minutes to go. Corner to be taken on this near side. Nobody's in a hurry, as you would imagine, to take the corner. Charlie Rome is just strolling across like it's a bank holiday Monday, and he's just going for a walk in the park. But they've not pressed too many forward either. 1, 2, 3, 4 back. 1 just outside the area, so not much going on in that 18-yard box for Charlie to aim at as Westmill look to hold on to this 3-2 lead. Going to the far post. Oh, they had a real chance there because Holmes came in unmarked. Couldn't get any contact. Tom Payne's got the ball on the far side away from Bennett. Down the line to Holmes, the hero of the moment. Chips the ball inside, gets it back, but Kukula will go across. Oh, Holmes has beaten him to it. Josh Holmes on the side, brings it to the edge of the area. Is Aidan Gaffney. Good block came in on the edge of that area. Westmill have still got it. Is Gaffney again, pushes it through. They look for a linesman's flag, and the goalkeeper Greed saved them again by pushing the ball away. It's still in that area. Charlie Rome nips it across, goes over the head of Alfie Arnold, and there was a golden opportunity to put the game to bed.
Yeah, I think that would have sealed it if that gone in, wouldn't it? You know, and he's tried to sort of shimmy round the keeper, and you know, Zach Green's held his ground well, and kept the score at 3-2 and kept the game going for Everett.
Well, I always like expressive managers, and Chris Meadows looked down to a few people who were right there with that look in his face and said, "How on earth did they miss that?"
I think as he was going in, it was almost as if he was sort of like trying to transform himself on the pitch and take the ball himself.
We always like an entertaining manager to watch. Always makes the game fly by. Long kick forward, good header by Holmes, who has had a good second half as well as that goal. So the ball goes out. Beardsmore is certainly struggling a little bit, but in the end he gets a shove in the back, and Everett have got the ball back. Ball across the box, headed out to the edge of that area. Binford can't collect it, but it's Holmes who will bring it in. Good challenge coming in from Kukula, who, well, fair play. I think he did get the ball, but the referee has given the free kick as far as the mill, and it's 4 minutes to go in the Norman Appleby Trophy final at Clarence Park. Westmill were 2-0 down. Let's not forget, went in at half-time 2-0 down. Everett Rovers on a high. But the boys from the Mill have turned it on its head, and they lead here by 3-2, looking for their first silverware in senior football. So it's going to be Beardsmore who will take the kick from inside his own half. Not in any hurry. Why should he be? With the left boot, looks forward. Charlie Rome is beaten to it, but Gaffney will pick it up and run away in this right hand side. Well, Aidan Gaffney, he's got Thomas Horton there with him. Gaffney still there, showing good strength, the number 8. Gaffney still there. It's down by the corner flag. A couple of yellow shirts come, and finally it's Westmill who managed to get the ball away into the area. A little bit of ricocheting around like a bar of soap, and suddenly Gaffney picks out Holmes. Holmes will fire it in. It bounces off a heel and goes out as far as Matt Moore. Moore goes down under challenge. Referee will give a free kick, and I think Matt Moore used a bit of experience there.
Yeah, I think he has, hasn't he? I mean, it wasn't a poor challenge, but it's definitely using the head there.
Final change to be made by Westmill in a minute. Callum Falk is about to come on, but that far side, the ball will go out of play for a throw in that Beardsmore will take. In fact, it's going to be Tom Payne who's going across to take it. 2 minutes left, plus time added on for stoppages. Westmill leading here by 3-2, making it, at the moment anyway, a triumphant end to us the season here for 90 minutes live in association with Easy Shelf Direct, but still defending to be done by the Mill. Up goes Matt Moore, and he's there with Kersey, and this time it's the referee who inexplicably gives a free kick to Everett Rovers. Well, no idea what that one was for. Even Kersey looked round surprised, I think.
Yeah.
He was the one who got the free kick. So Charlie Rome having a word with the referee. As long as it isn't what is the colour of the sky on your planet, then we're all right. Well, Everett Rovers have got to push everybody forward here, and that's almost what they've done. Just 2 back for them. Horton and Akeo who's going to take the free kick for them. Westmill, everybody by Charlie Rome back. Long kick forwards. A Westmill body goes down in the box. Doesn't matter because Owen Swallows has come out and collected it. And he's not getting up in a hurry on the edge of the 6-yard box. The 4th official checks both watches. We are in to the last minute here. Could this be a historic afternoon for Westmill FC? As our friend Ed Warby, who was kind enough to give us the squad details and contacted us, said it's the biggest game in the club's history. And they've had some big games of Westmill. They've got 3 still to come in the league if they're going to be promoted, but this one will live long in the memory. Oh, we've got a board coming out here. Did he forget he had that in the first half?
I think he must have done, yeah. So at least we'll find out how much added time we've got in this in the second half, and how much longer Westmill have got to hold on for.
Well, a substitution about to be made. Carl Beardsworth will come off. Callum Falk will go on in his place. Beardsmore getting a pat on the back from his manager. And Westmill will push Falk over, I think, on that left-hand side. But he's showing the board 5 to be added on at the end. So 5 minutes to hold on for Westmill.
He's shown 4. I think
five
was the other side. It's obviously a double one, yeah. It's not.
As long as it's not 54, I don't mind.
It's not quite the electronic ones, is it? So, yeah.
Still time to be added on. The referee is sounding his whistle furiously, as he has been all afternoon. And I think he wants to make a name for himself in his last game of the season, Mr. Panico, if it is. Because he's now having a word with Pusey, I think it is, for Everett Rovers. Jay Pusey, for some reason or other. Not quite sure why. But is he? He's not sent him off, has he? Well, Pusey's going towards the sideline there. What's that all about?
I don't know. I didn't say. I must have missed it.
I think he sent him off. I think he has sent him off. Everett Rovers is down to 10. Surely not. Long one. We'll carry on with that in a minute. It's Kersey hits it, but just to the left of the post. Carl Pusey on the far side, walking round the pitch, puts his head in his hands, and the referee sent him off.
Yeah, I mean, I completely missed that. I mean, we've got people, getting things ready in front of us, and I was watching what they were doing, and I mean, hopefully the camera was pointed towards what was going on. I mean, I can only imagine it was something he said to the referee.
Well, I didn't even see a card. There was no card raised by the referee. Well, he's made it an entertaining afternoon. As we go on, Westmill forward from Tom Burns, looking for Charlie Rome, just push forward, and Gaffney will run on this near side and Horton under pressure with the goalkeeper. Those two have got form, of course, with the second goal, got away with it at that time. And McNally on this near side will put it back to the goalkeeper, Green, who's way out of his goal, but in the end he bangs it off the back of Aidan Gaffney, and the ball goes behind. And I've got to say, I don't know what your thoughts on that of the match are, but Aidan Gaffney must have covered every blade of grass here at Clarence Park. I think he's had an absolutely superb game, the number 8.
Yeah, I think he has. I think he's performed really well. I mean, obviously, make a mention for for Charlie Rome. Them couple of goals, some of his deliveries have been really good. But as you say, Aidan Gaffney, he's been fantastic, and he's really organised that midfield and set things up well for Westmill this afternoon.
Well, the Everett Rovers bench are now in the ear of the 4th official after Westmill have got a free kick on that far side for what we think might be handball, but to be honest, it's Carl Beardsmore putting his arms out. I don't know what it was for.
It could be for anything, couldn't it, really?
Keogh forward, time running out for Everett Rovers. Good header by Tom Burns. The ball lands in the centre circle, and here goes Tom Burns. Where did he get that from? Sprints forward, plays it down the line. There's an offside flag goes up, but that's going to waste more time as far as Westmill are concerned. Well, according to my watch, the 4 added on are all up. Westmill standing on the brink of history for the little village club, with the man with the pole who gets the ball out of the brook that runs down the side of it. It's a perfect setting for football, and they provided the perfect football, not this afternoon, but the last few years. Have been a real credit to the local area as a village football team, and their big moment could be just seconds away. They've got to throw in down on this near side, deep inside their own territory. The referee's looking at his watch, he's got his whistle in his mouth, and that is going to be it. Westmill are the Norman Appleby Trophy winners. They've come from 2 goals behind to win 3-2 here at Clarence Park. The bench emptied, and there are the boys from the Mill celebrating. It's commiserations to Everett Rovers, who must have felt it was their day when they went in 2-0 up at a half-time. But a double from Charlie Rome, and then the header from Josh Holmes with 9 minutes to go means that Westmill are the champions.
Yeah, I think well deserved as well. Obviously, as we said, they went 2-0 down early in that first half, but made a state of things, and good effort, to a good way to finish the first half. Second half, they were the better side. The 3 goals they got in the second half. Now, I think the real turning point was that second goal, Pete. The mix up between Tom Horton and Zach Green really turned things, and I think that down the Everett Rovers faces, and that was a pivotal moment in the game, I feel.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. But the trophy's out there, nice looking cup it is as well, and it's got the red and black ribbons of Westmill, and they're all delighted out there, as they should be. It's been quite a ride for this club, and still they could have promotion, of course. 3 games left to go, and they've put out Premier League teams all the way. Bush Hill Rangers, Hertford Heath, Chipperfield Corinthians, and now Everett Rovers. So who says the team from Division 1 don't deserve it?
No, absolutely. I mean, we know what a strong season they've had, and hopefully they can go on and clinch promotion as well. And as you said, Pete, for a little village team to come as far as they have, and to be in this sort of position, I think you've really got to give them credit.
Well, trophies out there to be presented. Chris Meadows punching the air, and just getting a few words from the Everett Rovers management team, which is nice to see. And we will wait for the presentation of the Norman Appleby Trophy, season 23-24. First year the Norman Appleby Trophy has been awarded in the Hart Senior County League, and Westmill the first. I don't know whether presumably they engrave them around the outside of that trophy. They'll be the first team to be on it.
I would imagine, down the bottom, there will be an engraving. I didn't see anyone down here engraving it at the moment, so obviously that will come at a later point.
Big round of applause for our officials today. 6 minutes of added time. Bedford Town 2-1 up against Waltham Abbey. So it looks like Bedford Town are going up from step 4 to step 3, but time to play. I mean, Waltham Abbey scored 10 minutes into stoppage time in their semi-final, didn't they? So that one's not done and dusted yet. But about to have the presentation of the trophy. The officials getting their medals. Hope Mr. Panico has a really good summer, and I hope we never ever see him again. That's all I can say.
Terrible. I mean, obviously, we don't want to, belittle referees, but it wasn't great at all.
Well, round of applause for Everett Rovers and their supporters, and good luck to them next season. Well, at the end of this season, I think they've got 1 game left to play. I think they finish off their season at Lemsford on Saturday, already relegated Lemsford. So good luck to them in that. Nice to see them bringing so many supporters and so many youngsters the cause of grassroots football. They're getting their medals, looking a bit crestfallen, as you would imagine. But it's also been, say about Westmill, been a good achievement by them. They've steadied themselves in the Premier Division and got in a cup final first season in Saturday football.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think for a young club as well, and their first season in Saturday football, it's, you've got to credit for them.
Well, so the skipper goes up last, please, yeah.
Well, getting the instruction, make sure the skipper goes up. That's as if they've never won a trophy before. I think Carl Bilsmore knows exactly what to do. He's hanging behind the team as they go up to get their medals. The team in red and black from Westmill, who've done us proud on 90 Minutes Live. It's great to be associated. Our association with them goes back 4 or 5 years now, and good to see another trophy for the boys in red and black. And if you want to get down to see them, I said they're at home this coming Saturday against Hempstead Rovers, and then the following Tuesday against Harpenden Town Development. 6 points out of 9 needed for Promotion Cup double. Carl Beardsmore was there, but of course the skipper, third time lucky for Alfie Arnold. He missed the previous 2 through injury, and how sweet must this one feel for the man with number 24 on his back. Third time lucky for the skipper, and taking his time, and he's savouring the moment before he lifts that trophy. And here we go. Well done, Westmill. Those pictures will be appearing on the internet, we are sure, of the celebrations from Westmill Football Club with the trophy. The Norman Appleby trophy has been won by Westmill, and well, if we could have finished our season, we would have loved to have finished it with a playoff final, of course. But second best way we could finish it was with a trophy with Westmill, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Great way to finish the season for us. Obviously, as you say, not the way we were hoping, but to finish it with a trophy and to finish it with our friends from Westmill, and it's absolutely fantastic. And massive congratulations to them.
And we keep our record going in all of grassroots football. Every cup final, we've had a winner so far.
What can you say?
What more can you say?
What can you say?
Well, we're in town, the trophy comes our way. Well done, Westmill. Commiserations to Everett Rovers. Good luck to them next season. And to everybody that's listened, thanks for listening to 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf Direct. We've loved our 38 commentaries we brought to you this season. Do look at the socials throughout the summer. There'll be plenty of news. We will be changing a couple of things, but we will be bringing you Step 4 football every Saturday of next season, as we did for this one, involving Ware, Hertford and Welwyn Garden City, and hopefully we might include a couple of ladies' games and also be doing a couple of cup finals at the end of next season for the Herts Senior County League. Thanks a lot. Thanks to Simon as well, who's put up with my one-liners and everything else throughout the course of the season. It's been great to be back.
It's been fantastic, mate. As I said before, it's great to have you back on my left-hand side. It was bare last season, so it's fantastic to be sitting alongside you once again, or standing in today's case. But I can't wait for next season and more entertainment.
Well, that's it from us after 38 games. Thanks for listening to 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf Direct. And as is customary, I will leave you with a full-time score from the Norman Appleby Trophy Final here at Clarence Park, where it ended Westmill 3, Everett Rovers 2. Well done, the Mill.